Okay. Contrary to what those persecute or lie about us wish to believe, Wicca is very peaceful, harmonious, and balanced way of life, which promotes harmony with the divine and all which exists. It has nothing to do with evil cults or satanic rituals or devil worship. To be a witch is to be a healer, a teacher, a seeker, a giver, and a protector of all things. Wicca is a belief system and a way of life based upon reconstruction of pre-Christian traditions originating in Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. While much of the information of how our ancestors lived, worshipped, and believed has been lost due to the efforts of medieval church to wipe our existence from history, hence the witch trials in Salem and such like that. We try to reconstruct those beliefs to the best of our ability with the information that is available. Nowadays, there are several types of witches. Each are defined by what you as an individual decide to devote your time to. Most people form groups called covens and consist of any number of people from 3 to however many decide to join your circle. Wiccanism is known as witchcraft. However, as stated before, Wiccans do not consort in devil worship, living sacrifices, or anything to do with Satan. Wiccans have a basic rule, and that is to harm none. In fact, it is a violation of a coven or the entire religion to do harm unto another living thing, or wish harm unto another living thing. We draw our energy from within and our personal relationship with the divine and nature. Anyone who claims otherwise is not a true member of this faith. Hexes are a thing, but we believe whatever gets put out wickedly onto others comes back times 3. Our own personal karma, if you will. Above all, the whole belief is about understanding and giving back to the universe. The spirit of the one, goddess, and God exist in all things. In trees, rain, flowers, the sea, in each other, and of all nature's creatures, such as animals and the air you breathe. This means that we must treat all things of earth as aspects of the divine. We attempt to honor and respect life in all its many manifestations, both seen and unseen. How a witch honors life is defined by the type of witch they are. Many people will have their own opinions on what they really are, but there are 5 different types of witches in modern age society, and those are acknowledged as such. Kitchen witches are of hearth and home, mainly dealing with practical sides of Wicca, gemstones and elements, and the earth, and are usually healers and respect healers highly. Most of all, they perform magic in the kitchen, and has goddess-given talents for food crafting, hence the name Kitchen Witch. Green witches practice are nature-based and earth-orientated. Green witches tend to be Green witches tend to practice traditional form of witchcraft, including earth, trees, herbs, plants, and flowers. These witches tend to have their own gardens and will grow different things for medicinal and magical value. Hedge witches follow a path that is somewhat shamanic in nature and are practitioners of an earth-based spirituality. The term hedge comes from the boundary of the village and represents the boundary that exists between the world and spiritual realm. Electric witches are individuals who pick and choose from many different traditions and creates a personalized form of witchcraft that meets their individual needs and abilities. Solitary witches are the most popular in today's culture. They are practitioners of nearly any magical system, and they work alone. They do not join any group or coven. The differences between solitary and electric witches is that electric witches do follow traditions and do tend to be in covens, while solitary witches do follow traditions, but they tend to make it their own kind of traditions and are not bound by rules of any kind of coven. I fall under the category solitary witch, and I tend to follow traditional holidays. However, I don't belong to any kind of coven. And even though there are many types of witches, they all tend to celebrate the same holidays. Most witches follow the calendar of the year, just as many people of any religion do. We call this the Wheel of the Year. This wheel consists of 8 festivals, and we call them Sabbats. They are connected to the seasons and old farming calendars. The story of the goddess and god, and in order, these festivals are Samhain, which is the technical new year, and it lands on Halloween or October 31st. Yule, which is the winter solstice, and it starts on December 21st and goes until the 2nd of January. Imbolc is the 2nd of February, and then Astra is the spring equinox and goes for a week after March 21st. Beltane starts on the 1st of May. Litha is the summer equinox, and that starts on the 21st of June. And then Lammas, or I can never pronounce this word, that starts on the 1st of August. And Mabon is the autumnal equinox, and that starts on the 21st of September. Celebrations of these festivals and observing the changes in the year puts us in touch with the natural world and helps us relate to those changes in ourselves. As expressed, Wicca to me is more than just a religious view of life. It is the way I go about living, respecting all matters of the world and nature, and that is what Wicca is about. Respecting the world around you and wishing good fortune on it and the people and lives that live in it. So now that you know more about Wicca, what do you think about it now?